Well, hello again. This is your friend Noe. What I just showed you was just a small snippet of what's going on in our everyday world. How do you control the people? Well, you control the narrative. That we know clearly. And they're doing it. For all these people that claim, oh, it's fake news and they hate the news and I don't listen to the news and I don't care what they have to say, then why is it every single platform out there with videos on it and every single creator, all they talk about is the day's talking points, the day's headlines, either pro or con. It doesn't matter. And this is the problem. They're controlling the narrative. They're controlling what you think. They're dictating the opposition to their globalism. See, you don't find very few people talk about what is truly going on. Because, well, I won't get any listeners and I won't get any views if I talk about the truth of what's truly going on, of how they are destroying every country in the world. They are all one big club. They are all in it together. When you look at all these conventions that go on with the World Economic Forum, and many of us have watched and seen snippets or watched the whole thing in its entirety of Event 201. They tell you what they're going to do. And even the truth of what has happened is put out in a means of what they call plausible deniability. That's what it is. Oh, that was just a movie, or that's just a TV. It's not real, but it is real. They're bragging about it. And they're showing you that, see what we did, and you're too dumb to even realize we did it, and nobody's going to talk about it because, oh, they might censor me, they might take down my video. Have you ever tried talking to people in person like I do? I talk to people in person. Or I talk to them in means that they're not videos and they're not emails and they're not online things that people use. You don't have to be a rock star like everybody today on the internet and on YouTube and BitChute and Brighteon and Rumble and Odyssey and all these platforms. They all think they're a rock star. And they all have to be the next greatest thing. I'll get discovered. What? You'll get discovered so you'll go to work for some mainstream media outlet that lies to the people every day, that deceives the people every day, that leads them down a rabbit hole they can never get out of. This is where we're at. If you don't start looking at what is truly happening, then it's not going to work. Look at this clip right here. They told you what happened in 2020.
And what does this technology do?
It can't be audited by any outside agencies, even when it appears transparent. But the point being, you two did a great job for my family.
Those machines can suppress votes.
Yep.
Jesus. They can throw elections.
Ain't gonna be throwing them your way.
So you see, they admitted it. They're admitting that they did it. They're admitting that this stuff is real. But yet they're using a TV show. And there's your plausible deniability. That's how it works. Now, let's look at this clip. I know a few of you have seen it. I've had this clip for about 4 months. And this was from a movie in like 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. And they told you what they were going to do and what they were doing. But again, it's a movie. That ain't real. And nobody pays any attention to it because, well, let's see it.
A stress test of America's biodefense. Those American guests next door are going to fly back to Oregon or to Oklahoma, and each one of them a ticking bomb. And when they go off, Washington will appreciate its staggering lack of preparation.
And do what exactly?
Legalize what's needed for the next time. Forced isolation of all contacts, quarantine camps, and the troops to secure them. Real-time access to private medical records.
You're talking about medical martial law.
So you see, they told you what they're doing. But that's not the narrative of the day. The media in the morning puts out the narrative and puts out the talking points, and the opposition is controlled because they're only going to talk pros or cons against the narrative that they were given by the fake news media and the government talking points and the globalist talking points. So you see how you think you're the opposition, but you're not. You're actually feeding into their hand. You're walking right off the cliff and don't even realize you're doing it. Don't even get me started on Christianity. We have so many different views of the so-called truth. And the problem is everybody thinks they're right. My opinion is the right opinion. It does, because they refuse to listen to facts. Oh no, I know. Well, where's your facts? They don't have any. They never do. When you ask them, give me your facts, they attack you. They call you names. They belittle you. They block you from their channels. And that's how they do it. They're just as bad as the fake news media. They're just as bad as the corrupt communist government in every country in the world, which we're seeing happening. If you don't stop feeding their narrative, then you are feeding the downfall of humanity worldwide. Be brave. Stand right up. Say something. Show the facts. Show the proof. And then make them eat their words. Don't give them the opportunity to laugh at you behind the scenes of, see, look at that. I told them the earth was flat and the moon was made of cheese, and these people believe it, and these people are trying to combat the people that believe it. And look at that, we got them, they're not even paying attention to what's going on, and in the meantime, half your damn freedoms just disappeared. Half your rights just went out the window. Why? Because you were too busy carrying on, thinking that's all anybody wants to hear. So you're a part of the problem. You're not a part of the solution. Like I said in my last video, you best get a plan, and you best have a plan in place of how to take care of yourself and how to fend for yourself and how to feed yourself and survive, because there's going to be nobody out there to do it for you or to do it with you, because everybody wants to be individual. Everybody wants to be the next greatest thing. Everybody wants to get their face plastered on some, oh look, they started up this new radio TV thing online and I'm going to be a host. It's all egotistical driven. And that's why America, you can't save America. America's done. The only way out of this is a bloody mess. And that's the cold hard facts. It's a bloody mess. And it's going to be a bloody mess. And that's the only way out. God's not going to save America. God wants nothing more to do with this Sodom and Gomorrah of the modern day. Look what they're teaching your children in schools. They're teaching your children not only to hate the very country they were born in, but they have to hate the gender they were born with. They have to hate the skin color that they were born with. They have to hate, most of all, their parents. And this is where we're at. Getting their children to turn their parents in. Of being in opposition to the state. You can defend the teachers all you want, but they're the problem. They're the perpetrators. They are the ones indoctrinating your children. They are the ones feeding them with hatred for everything. They are the problem. All they care about is their big pensions and their big benefits, and we need more and more and more and more and more. They don't care. They're not there to teach children. They're there to destroy the future, because they're actually dumb enough. These teachers are dumb enough to think that they're going to be the ones left standing. They're not even smart enough to see that, well, if you want to continue to teach, you have to go get this poison put in you. You have to bow down to your masters. So it's happening everywhere. And if people don't stop talking about what the daily narrative is, well, there's no saving nothing. So it's time to wake up and stop being a part of the problem and start being a part of the solution, and turning off all this fake news crap, because you're only feeding their resolve by doing so. So until next time, this is No Way.